Hello once again YouTube, Chris and I bringing you some StarMade today. Today is a very exciting day because an update was given to StarMade, an update was applied to StarMade, and a really awesome feature was implemented, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Just a recap, on my last video that I posted, the very last actual video that I posted on my channel was a hat-packed video. It's Minecraft if you don't know, and essentially, I'll be bringing that series back. It's just something that I forgot about for a while. It's just something I didn't get around to because StarMade was exploding on my channel again. So I'm going to continue doing StarMade, but I'm bringing Hatpack back, and I'm hoping you guys will watch it more because I'm going to be dividing it up into shorter segments. You will not have to watch me play Minecraft for 20 minutes straight. You can only watch it for 8 minutes now. And I know a lot of you may not be interested in Minecraft at all. It's pretty obvious because of the numbers that I'm getting on my channel from the videos. However, don't watch it for the Minecraft. Watch it for the fact that me and my friend are playing it together. He's pretty funny. He has a weird sense of humor, but if you get it, then that's freaking hilarious, right? And, you know, he's getting better at recording with me, and we plan on doing stuff like this in the future with different games, like Assassin's Creed Unity, when that comes out, and all sorts of stuff. So, please, at least check it out once. Tell me what you think. Don't be a complete douchebag in the comments section. You know, give actual criticism, I suppose. And most of that should be directed at him because I'm, you know, confident with camera on me and stuff. I just don't know if there's anything that he would like to learn about himself from you. So with that out of the way, let's talk about what I have for you today. So today I'm working on all the shuttles that I've previously done, and the reason is because I made a mistake when I was building these, and I put the door in the wrong spot. The door used to be down here on the other side of the ship, and now it's on here on both sides of the ship, right? I don't know why I thought the door was down here. I think it's because I looked at a fan-made picture of the Caldari shuttle with the door open and not look at the actual model of the Caldari shuttle when I was making it. Don't know why I did that, but it turns out the door is up here, and I actually redid the interior of the ship because of this decision. So, as you could tell, the gravity block is there, and the interior of the ship is very much redesigned. It's all a lot more open on the top floor. The core is directly accessible along with the upper deck to the captain's, or not the captain's quarters, but the pilot seat or the co-pilot seat. There are two pilot seats in the ship. Caldari ships, or Caldari in general, are militaristic and traditional with that, you know, with their militaristic type of lifestyle. So I assume they would have some sort of co-pilot tagging along with some of their shuttles for non-capsuleer ships. So it's built into the ship there. It's not actually going to be in use if you're using a pod, but it's still there. Down here we have some plex storage, medical cabinet, a computer, and some cots if people want to sleep, I suppose, or something for longer journeys. And of course the doorway to the lower captain's quarters, pilot's seat, whatever. And that's pretty much it. That's all the changes I made to this little area. However, those are not all the changes I made to the ship in whole. So if we jump inside of it, we go into build mode, you'll see that I've redesigned some of the back stuff. This isn't finished yet. I am slowly filling it up with systems, and I'm doing it across the board so that they all share the same design on the internals and the same stats. Of course, the only difference between these ships is the paint job, or at least that's supposed to be the only difference, right? So if you come into, oh, this was a bad example. If you come into the Lie Corporation Edition, you'll see that the interior is brown a little bit, you know? And I may have to do this on some ships, I may not have to do this, but some ships will get a little bit of a different interior based on where you are. Like, for example, down here, there's a bit of green on the inside. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Down here, there's some more black and stuff like that. You know, it just gives it a little bit of more personality, and you know exactly what type of ship you're in. But other than that, I'm fitting these systems with, or I'm refitting these systems because of the introduction of jump drives and jump gates. And I can take a look at those in a moment, but essentially they're like the best damn thing that has been added to this game in quite a while. They're just awesome, and everyone is loving it so far already, and I just cannot wait to work on them even more. But let me real quick just show you what they look like, the blocks themselves. Here we have the jump gate controller, or the jump drive, not the jump gate. This is the jump drive controller block. And as you can see, there's a little bit of information about wormholes on there. There's some sort of singularity. I don't actually know what this is, but it looks like some sort of contained singularity, right? And there's this little hatch door thing that opens and closes on the sides. It's closed on the top. This right here is just amazing because most of the ships that I'll be making have the jump drive. This is the actual jump drive block, right? And I can use this as a decorative block, and it will contribute to the jump drive capabilities of the ship. That's really amazing. I like this little hatch design. That's going to be great for some of the ships, especially that one, which has all these little circular designs sticking out the side. I don't know if I can flip this. I can test it out real quick, actually. Let's see if I can flip it. No, I can't, actually. Okay, so it's only going to appear on the top. However, I can flip this computer right here and put it on its side. So maybe I can do that instead. But that's okay. So we'll go back over here, I suppose, and take a look at a few of the other blocks. This is looking really great so far, and I have to give props to Kupu for putting this together because it just looks amazing. Why do I have yellow hull? Get the hell out of here. We have shield supply and shield drain. Apparently I already have it. What? No. Oh, I took the wrong block. So we have shield supply and shield drain beams. It's actually kind of interesting that he has the blue being the drain and the reddish one being the supply. That's interesting, but I'm not going to argue with him, and actually, regardless, they look pretty damn amazing. I love the way that these look. They look just absolutely amazing. If you're wondering what this is, I'll show that off in a second. Real quick, we'll just take a look at the computers for both of these blocks, because these are the only few blocks that have been added. That's the wrong block. Shield supply and shield drain and shield supply. Of course, they correspond to their colored module counterparts, right? Right here is something I had planned for the shuttles. And essentially, it's a T flip-flop attached to a clock. And if you don't know what a T flip-flop is, it's basically I push a button and it acts as if it's a lever from Minecraft, if you have any idea. I've used this in Minecraft itself, although, to be completely honest, I understand the Minecraft version a lot better than this, because this is just a mess to me, but it works, right? Now, what I was going to do was I was going to integrate this into the ship so that I could have these blinking lights. The ships in Eve have... Oh, I just hit my mic stand. The ships in Eve have these blinking lights, and they flicker on every once in a while, and I needed this T flip-flop clock combination in order to achieve that, right? Took a while to figure out, but I finally got it, and it turns out I just, for the life of me, cannot implement it into my ship without screwing it up on my end. I just do something stupid, or I just don't know what I'm doing in general, and it messes up. And so I kind of gave up. On top of that, it just takes up way too much space that I'm not willing to sacrifice. On the back end of the ship, there's just so much stuff that I want to cram in there to give it the best possible thrust and power and jump drive capabilities, and I just cannot fit all of these things in the back of the ship and still have a decent looking interior. So you will not be seeing particularly this setup in the shuttles or anything of similar size. However, when it comes to frigates like the Breacher, right, if we take a look at the Breacher, I'll show you exactly where these lights are. Think of it as a runway along the struts. Basically, oh god, I went right through it, holy shit. Think of all of these little strut connections as the lights on a runway. They flicker on every once in a while, and they go in succession down the length of the beam right there, and it looks really awesome. So, you know, just wait until I start adding the logic to these ships, and they'll really light up. They'll really have a little bit of personality to them. They'll look like an actual spaceship and not just a crazy hunk of metal flying in space, you know? It'll be blinking and all that kind of cool stuff. So, I think, for the most part, I hit every single thing that I wanted to talk about. Oh, no, wait. I forgot to talk about jump gates. I didn't show you the blocks for the jump gates. They look pretty cool, too. So, let me come down here. I don't think I have any of them on me. Shop. They are under space station. So we'll open this up. So we got, that's, oh, it is. This is the warp gate control computer, right? It's got some wormhole stuff on it. That's pretty cool. That's exactly what I imagine a warp gate would be. Wormholes. And then we have the gate block, right? And what it has is this texture that goes around every single side except one, in which case there is this texture instead, and it looks amazing. I love the way this texture looks, and if I can fit this on ships, and I'm going to try it right now, I will be using this on ships because it looks amazing. No, I can't! No! I can't put it on ships. That's a bit disappointing, but I kind of understand because it is a station-only thing. We don't want warp gates on stations. That just is too much. People have been asking for that. People have been asking for Stargate type of warp gates, and honestly, guys, get inside, like, why would you want that on a spaceship to begin with? I mean, it's already flying. You don't need, like, I don't know. People just wanted to instantaneously teleport from one spaceship to another. And it's like, first of all, there technically is an admin command for that. I use it all the time. I just used it just now. But, aside from that, I'm sure in the future some sort of teleporters will be available. I don't know how that would work in the engine because you could... I hit my mic stand again. You could be potentially going from one spaceship to another, so teleporters might become a little complicated in that sense, but I think it's entirely possible that those will be a thing. I'm not sure, and I can't speak for Schema, and I'm not trying to throw in an idea there because honestly, I could give a shit about teleporters. I really don't care about them, honestly. They're not something I'm interested in, at least not right now, maybe in the future, but... You know, if people are going to ask for a gate inside a spaceship, might as well just make it a teleporter. Somebody actually called me a useless fuck because I wanted a teleporter instead of a gate, and essentially they're the same thing, so I don't know what that guy's problem was, but that was pretty funny. Anyway, I think that's pretty much... Oh, wait, nope. I have a little bit more for you guys. I did work on these two things during the stream. I actually worked on a few things. So, I have this right here is the Furbog. It's the Galente fighter drone. It is warp capable and it hits very hard, so this thing will be packed with overdrive and potentially more guns, I don't know. And essentially this is a warp capable fighter jet in space, right? And over here we have the Galente Cyclops, which is the Galente bomber. Now the bombers in EVE do massive amounts of damage, and the reason is because they're supposed to be used against capital ships. So what the plan is I'm going to load these things up with missile systems, right? They're going to do a lot of hard-hitting damage with single, their missile systems. However, they will be dumbfire. You will not be able to lock onto ships. And the reason is because capital ships are big enough anyway. They're fucking huge. Imagine a ship that is literally 3 or 4 times longer than the one that's in front of the screen right now. They are massive. And that's the type of ship that bombers are supposed to attack, right? So, the missiles will be dumbfire missiles, and I think that's the easiest way of balancing that out. And if there's a way to make the missiles do even more damage with the effects modules, I'll figure it out. But essentially, they will be dumbfire missiles that do awesome damage. And that's pretty much all there is to say about it. But this is the Galente fighter bomber, the Cyclops, right? I've done a little bit of work on some others. Right here we have the frame for the Mantis, which is the Caldari fighter bomber. And I must say, I like the shape of the front. The back of it is a little funky. I like the wings though, I like the overall design. And so this is the Caldari fighter bomber, right? And it pretty much serves the same purpose as the Cyclops. And they pretty much all have the same stats, I believe, as well. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. They may have different damage types that they do in EVE, and I can't really emulate that in StarMade, but it's nice to have a variety, so that's why I'm doing these. These things are actually pretty damn big. They are considered frigate-sized ships, but they are capable of being carried inside carriers, which is why they're called drones, because you cannot actually fly them yourself in EVE. Of course, you guys will be able to fly them, right? So I did a bit of work on those. The fighter drones are warp capable, so they will have like really long warp time charge up, and it's not going to be practical to use the warp capabilities of them, but they will still be there just like they are in EVE. The fighter bombers do not have warp capabilities, so they will not be getting warp drives. And that's pretty much it. That's all I've worked on so far. But yeah, basically, keep a lookout for these ships, because in a few weeks, within a week I suppose, I will be finishing the release template, and you guys will be able to see these ships in marvelous glory. All their stats will be displayed on screen in a really cool fashion, I'm pretty much almost done. I got a few more things to do, and then I'll be able to start recording footage for those episodes and start releasing these ships, and it'll be really awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Tell me what you think so far. And man, I just want to say real quick, Schema and all the other people in the dev team, Calbiri, Kupu, and frankly, I don't know who else is a part of the dev team, but you guys are doing an amazing job with this game. It's just freaking awesome. You know, the textures, amazing. Like, I've honestly never expected blocks to be in, because, okay, let me tell you something. When you look at Minecraft textures and how people release realistic texture packs, and they go up to like 128 texture resolution, they look like shit. And Kupu over here is releasing shit in 256 texture resolution, and it looks like the fucking bomb. It is dope as hell. Look at how cool that just looks. 256 texture resolution, and he's got that shit on lock. It's amazing. So props to you, Kupu. You're doing an amazing job, a much better job than I ever thought I could do, because I used to do a little bit of texture pack work, and I thought 32-bit was hard. You must be having a bit of a challenge with some of these, I have no doubt. So that's pretty amazing. Schema, thanks for warp drives and all that stuff, because that is just fucking awesome. Like, that is just so cool. I keep hitting my mic stand, so I'm gonna move away a bit. And Calbiri and all of you guys are just really supportive of what I'm doing here. So hopefully I'll have something to show for it soon and actually release fucking something, because I haven't released anything like ever. So look forward to that in like the next week or so. I suppose that's about the time frame that I'll be giving myself, and you guys will be getting these ships, and it will be freaking awesome. So thanks for watching. Check out my other stuff. Definitely follow me on Twitch, because you'll get to see me work on these over the course of the days to come, of course, right? You'll be seeing larger ships being worked on pretty soon, I'd say within a few weeks, and yeah, it'll be really exciting. So thanks again. Leave your feedback down below, and I will see you guys next time.